There are a lot of issues that our nation confronts, and a lot of these issues impact us very much every day of our lives, none bigger than the budget. But we can also talk about this growing octopus of a federal government that seems to be putting its tentacles around every aspect of our lives. But both the budget issue and this growing federal government, in my mind, are symptomatic of the fundamental issue that overarches everything that we see our nation doing that is wrong today. And I will tell you that issue is a federal government that no longer respects the 10th Amendment. The 10th Amendment to the Constitution says that unless it is specifically spelled out in the Constitution as belonging to the federal government, it belongs to the states or to the people themselves. I think an important thing to be done is a department by department and program by program review of what the federal government is doing. And I'm absolutely convinced that entire departments could be eliminated and given back to the states to allow them to perform their appropriate roles as independent states. And specifically, I would look at a federal Department of Education. Now, I need to emphasize here very clearly that the Skoch family is all about education. Now, our children have done very well at the University of Arkansas and the Northwest Arkansas Community College, and we've got Skoch names all over Senior Walk at the U of A. So we're about education, and we support education. But I have to ask myself, what is the federal role for education? Can't school boards in the state of Arkansas decide what our children need to learn? Don't we have a state Department of Education that can aggregate requirements and sponsor legislation that affects that affects our school systems? Don't we have a state Department of Education that can't aggregate requirements and sponsor legislation in our state legislature to support the needs of our school systems? I think they can. And I think with local school boards and a good state Department of Education, we could save $65 billion a year that is being spent on a federal Department of Education. I think that's just one example. And I think we could go through every department of the federal government and find other opportunities to save money and to get this huge federal bureaucracy off our backs as citizens. And the way we do that is by doing a careful review of every department and every program that the federal government sponsors.